Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hopefully, you can hear me. Jess, can they hear me? No? You can't send me messages, Jess. Okay, anyway. I can see my audio going out, so I'm hoping maybe you guys can hear me. Hopefully, maybe? No?
Okay, so I can hear you via Twitch stream, but I can't actually hear you.
Good. That will be fun and interesting.
Giffy,
Uh,
can you hear games?
So if I unmute the Twitch stream, I can hear
good.
James once and Jess and myself twice with a fun echo thing. It's awesome.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Now? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Super hear me?
But you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, then yes.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Hey! Redoing the intro. Welcome in, everybody. We're Saves vs. Death, a actual play podcast and live stream that appears here on Twitch most Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. Tonight we are not doing our normal Shades of Scarlet game, however. We are doing The Lonely Tree, which is a one-shot done by me that'll last for 3 weeks, and this is week 2 of 3. So if you haven't watched the first episode, go back, check it out. Not right now, maybe after this, but you might be a little bit lost. Anyway, with us tonight is the illustrious Jess. Please go ahead and say hi, introduce your character.
Hey guys, I'm Jess or Jessifer. I'm here on Saves vs. Death a lot, or you can check me on my own Twitch channel or YouTube channel, Jessifer's Tales, Tales, like the story. Otherwise, yeah, tonight I am playing Flatline, a medtech and tech who will give you the drugs you need and then save your life when you OD. So, or prevent you from ODing. Either way, you're getting charged. Flatline is a little bit moody, but has developed a bond with Bessie, and that's impressive.
That's what's important.
That's important.
Also joining us is Giffy. Giffy, you want to say a couple words?
Yeah, I am Giffy. You can find me most Saturdays right here on Saves vs. Death. Usually I'm playing Quinn, but today I get to play Dominic, which is a really interesting lawyer type character. He is all about money and would sell his own mother if it could get him, a couple bucks. So, yeah, he is not doing well in the Old West, though.
And I'm sure you guys know who I am. I am Games End. Typically, I play Wraith here on Saturday nights, but this week I am the Game Master. So, as we join our characters through hook or crook, they were invited, quote unquote, to a dude ranch in White City, just outside of White City, and they're going on a experience ride where they're getting to drive some cattle to the south from White City down to a meet point along the I-70 corridor. So that is where we meet our characters. They had just left off on their long journey. They are accompanied by Dominic's bodyguard, his personal assistant, by two old farmers. Well, one's less old. You'll notice that Hades isn't with us tonight, so I guess I will be playing the part of his character tonight. So that's fun. But yeah, so as we continue, um, the the ride is hot, even in the early day. It is a crisp 95 degrees with almost 0% humidity. Um, Everything around you is more or less just desolate ground that reminds you much of the moon. And unless you're wearing a hat, expect to start feeling the heat exhaustion fairly quickly. So you know. As you're pushing the cattle forward, though, a couple hours goes by. You guys have stopped a couple of times for water. You haven't really had an opportunity, Giffy, to speak to the other exec that's with you. Bloodface has done a lot of talking about a lot of things, mostly to you, Dominic, or not Dominic, to Flatline, because you're buddies now.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, but Dominic, you haven't really had the opportunity to speak to the exec because he's kind of been stationed on the other side of the cattle from you. You've been traveling along the side of a old riverbed that has a little bit of a stream to it, but not much. But it opens up into a lake, and you guys stop for your noonday break there beside the small lake. Curly puts his four-wheeler in park and goes, "Well, I suppose y'all are gonna want us to feed you now, yeah?"
That'd be nice.
For whatever passes for food around here.
He reaches into a saddlebag that is slung over the side of his four-wheeler and starts pulling out prepackaged sandwiches. These are the same kind of sandwiches that you find in gas stations and, convenience stores all over Night City. They are not high quality by any means. They're a step above kibble, but calling them pre-pack is a long stretch. So you were each given one bottle of water and one sandwich.
How long are we taking a break for?
Jesse is nearby when you say this and says, "I don't want to break for too long because that just means it's longer till we get to the place we're sleeping. Old Thieves Canyon is up the trail just a bit."
You know, you guys are really bad at giving times.
Well, I suppose 45 minutes, an hour.
Nova.
Enough for the cattle to rest and drink a little water.
Flatlines walked away. At this point, once he got a time, he was good. He's gonna make sure though that before he eats, that Bessie's at the lake so she can drink.
Yeah, she is not. She is being standoffish and kind of standing in a clump of sage just above the lake, eating what she can of the grass that's there.
Yeah, all right.
So
he's also pulled out a very wrinkled, not quite, somewhere between a fedora and a cowboy hat, some mishmash in between. That's very crumpled, very wrinkled, has been smushed in the bottom of his bag for who knows how long, and has been wearing that.
Okay. Bloodface is happily eating his sandwich, sitting in the muddy area next to the water.
If there's a stump or something or a rock, that's where Flatline will set up.
Okay. Yeah, there's some driftwood you could sit on.
Perfect.
Just to clarify, I rode on one of the four-wheelers, right? Because
yeah, you did end up riding a four-wheeler.
Yeah, I just vaguely remember a disastrous episode with the horse last week.
Yeah, did not go so well.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna take some of my water and pour it onto my handkerchief and like try to wipe as much of the dust as I can, as carefully as I can, so it doesn't get onto my suit.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of try to clean myself up, if at all possible.
Your assistant approaches with a wrapped package that's been wrapped in fabric.
Okay, I open the package.
Okay. Inside of it is a Japanese-style bento box. It's got, some sushi in there, some rice, a decent meal.
Silas, what would I do without you?
Judging on the sandwiches, I would say starve.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna eat the sushi.
It's what passes for good sushi. Like you would easily eat it at an executive lunch or something, but in the dark future, no sushi is good sushi. So
During
Yeah.
this hour, can I work on a thing?
yeah, you could set up your thing.
Cool, thanks.
Okay.
Is the Biotechnica exec anywhere around? Is he close enough for me to go talk to?
He's parked his motorcycle kind of halfway between where the horses are being tied up and where the majority of people are gathering near the water. On the other side of the small pond from the cattle, and he is sitting on the seat of the motorcycle, drinking from a thermos.
Okay, so he is in walking distance
Yeah,
from where we park.
yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Okay. Hello, good sir. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting yet. Dominic Varelli, and your name?
He looks you over in one of those you're being weighed to test your worth before he responds, and he extends his hand.
I shake his hand.
Uh,
Firm.
Miss, Mr. Peters. He returns a firm handshake, but not dominant. But he does try to turn his wrist to where his hand is slightly above yours in the shake.
Okay, I let my hand turn with his.
Okay.
So you work for Biotechnica, correct?
I do.
And they have you out here checking on the investment.
Quality assurance, yes.
So what is your role with Biotechnica?
Uh,
It's just going around quality assurance for all the different products.
I'm high enough up that I'm not working today, but low enough that I had to come here.
Ah, yes, that's lovely middle management that we find ourselves in before we get to the top.
I've got some plans to make it higher up the ladder before very much longer.
That is good to hear. It's always good to have plans. And you know what you can always use in a good plan is a good ally. I'd love to just talk to see how we could help each other out.
Mutually beneficial relationship, of course. Uh, what services do you offer?
Uh, Legal services. I work for a law firm from Night City where uh, we're a fairly big law firm, and one of our specialties is bioagriculture and bioengineering, and we could definitely benefit. Um, we could definitely help out Biotechnica.
So
Um,
you handle largely patents and copyright?
yes, we have a whole dedicated team that does patents, copyright law.
And do you handle criminal cases as well?
We have another division specifically for criminal law. Uh, and if I might add, we also have quite a few judges that are friendly with us that like to make sure that cases go our way for criminal cases.
Interesting. What district are they in?
Uh, Mostly in the corporate districts. We don't go to the combat zones very much, obviously, but in all the major corporate districts, we have friends.
I see. He takes out a small metal case and opens it, and hand you a blank white card. It's about the size of a business card. My business card.
Ah, perfect. Thank you, sir.
When you get it near your agent, it saves his corporate details into your phone without asking.
Oh, that's cool and intrusive. Sorry, that was out of character. I didn't say that. Aha. And let me give you my um, contact information as well. I'd love to be your personal contact with our law firm, um, and if you need a personal lawyer, we can assist you. But I definitely do you know if Biotechnica is satisfied with their current representation?
Branches, individuals, different teams are very, very satisfied with who they work with. Though there are other individuals and subsidiaries and smaller businesses that are very interested in finding new representation. So,
Perfect. Yes, we definitely work with individuals. Um, by any chance, do you know what current law firms your Biotechnica is working with?
I believe Peabody, etc.
Peabody, etc. They're based out of Night City as well, correct?
They are.
Yes, very very good law firm. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about them. You know, they're I know that they've had some issues with some copyright cases lately.
Ooh, that's interesting. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I can't go into too many details because, of course, the case was sealed. But yes, I know that they were looking into getting infringing on some copyright laws and
Give me a human perception roll.
human perception. Okay. Is there a talking out your ass roll? Because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. 17.
17. Okay. He seems to be interested in what you're saying, but not so much in the story you're making up about Peabody, etc., and all that. But he
Mhm.
seems to be receptive of what you're saying as a whole.
Okay. But of course, other legal cases that's private, and we don't want to get into that. So, let me focus more on what we can do for you. Do you have any legal issues?
I think by the end of this trip, we can talk about it. I'd like to finish my juice and rest for a few minutes.
Of course, of course. Maybe when we stop tonight, we can have a drink together. But you rest, and we'll talk later.
Of course.
I'm gonna go walk back to my trusty four wheeler.
Okay. Um, the cowboys seem to be huddled together for the most part. The businessmen seem to be huddled together. Bloodface is now playing guitar. Now that he's eaten his sandwich. Jess, what's Flatline up to?
All right, so I wanted to double check just to make sure. It doesn't say I have to do this in one sitting, but I would like to make a dose of blue glass, which should take me an hour.
Okay. I think it intends for you to do it in one sitting, but I would say that fundamentally you could do different steps at different times, so I would allow you to break it up if
Thanks.
you'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do like first the liquidation process and then store that before turning it into actual.
The crystallization and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And what did we decide last week?
On the DC to make drugs.
On the skill to make drugs?
Oh,
Was
man,
it science chemistry but with tech?
Yeah, I think
as
so.
a stat?
I think that makes the most sense.
Okay. So that's 9 plus 8, 17.
Okay, that beats the
And my
DC.
DV. I actually have it up in different things. Yeah, the DV is a 9. I'm good.
Yeah, because it's a cheap and easy drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll say I'm like because if I botch it, I realize halfway through. So 30 minutes.
Yep.
If that's cool. Cool.
After 30 minutes, you've done the first process. It's going well.
Packs up the portable workstation.
Okay.
Puts everything away neatly organized.
Jesse comes up to you. Are you well rested for the next part?
Yep.
All right. I think that everyone looks like they're just about ready if you are.
As long as he's finished packing, he nods his head.
Okay.
Grabs his bags, heads over to Bessie.
Okay.
Gives her an apple, one of the 2 he packed.
Nice. At some point, Bessie laid down near the water. Dominic, next. Jesse comes to you. How you feeling on that 4-wheeler?
Oh, I'm having quite the time, quite the experience. Never had the pleasure of using a 4-wheeler before, so it's quite enjoyable.
Makes sense. Hey, so this next part, I've noticed that you're kind of letting the cattle veer a little bit on your side. So if you could keep them all together a little tighter.
How exactly do I go about doing that?
Well, if you see them start to turn even just a little bit, you got to nip it right in the bud.
Again, that doesn't provide many details on the correct course of action to veer them to the way they're supposed to be.
Well, if you can get up just ahead of them and force them in, that would be one way. Another way, if you can get to just at their flank, you can really drive them that way. Anyway, you're ready to go?
Of course.
He pats you on the shoulder.
Figure it out, I guess.
So everyone give me a quick perception test.
13.
Hey, that's not bad.
It's better than I thought it'd
16.
be.
And I will give Bloodline a perception test. Bloodface, I mean. Where's my D10?
Hiding.
Yeah, I found a D100, but not my D10. It's alright, it's the same thing, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Dominic, what'd you get?
16.
16. Okay, good job. As you guys are packing up and everything, you start pushing the cattle just past this little pond that's here. It's a reservoir that's holding water back, and you guys are going down into the dry gully below it, and kind of following that path to the south. The ground is real dry, in the sandy and dry in the dried bed. But you notice, Flatline, of course, you don't notice this, but Dominic, you notice that you guys are not all together yet. Curly is still slowly packing things as you guys are pulling out. But he was just taking up the far rear, so it really didn't matter. You should be all right. Okay. A few minutes in, everything is going great. There's been a couple of instances of snakes being in the way, and Jesse having to move them off path or veer you guys slightly to avoid the snakes.
During that, the first snake encounter,
Sure.
Flatline would call out. So how did the horses do with gunshots?
Well, see, that kind of has to do more with the horse.
How does Bessie do with gunshots? And he like pats her shoulder and rubs it a little bit, like I know she's got this.
She's very theatrical, so she does pretty well with gunshots.
Dream.
Though, occasionally she will roll over and play dead if she hears a gunshot.
Let's not do that, kid girl. He pats her shoulder and hopes for the best.
For the most part, Jesse's able to move them like with sticks or move you guys around the snakes. There haven't really been any big problems you've ran into, but you do notice as you're passing a flat rock structure, it's kind of like a chimney rock, if you guys know what those are.
I assume it's very self-descriptive of a rock in the
It is very
like,
much
tall and
so,
narrow.
For the audience,
Like
in case anybody doesn't know, in areas where there's a lot of sandstone, the stone will be worn away, but where the harder stone is, will often leave pillars of rocks that are often flat at the top. So it is like that. When you pass
those,
when you're about parallel with it, Jesse turns back out of nowhere and goes, "We got to get to high country. It's coming."
What's coming?
Dominic, you hear behind you water starting to run.
Oh, no.
I think it's a flash flood. It has not rained at all, so everyone's aware.
Yeah. Where? How? Why? Cows, hurry, let's go. Hurry, cows.
give me a riding check to try to push the cattle. Bloodface is responding immediately and like doing a good job of cutting the cattle back and trying to get them up onto the bank.
That's fantastic. Flatline's just gonna go to high ground because that's what he was told to do, and he doesn't give a shit about the cows.
I care because I'm partially liable for the cows.
That's fantastic. You and Bloodface got this. I believe in you.
You wanted a writing check?
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
Okay. It's not going very quickly. You start feeling the water lapping at your feet. As you're getting the cattle out, you're able to get all the cattle out. But by the time you have the last of the very small, fragile cattle to the riverbank up around where clearly Flatline is there to keep them wrangled while you're dealing with this, your horse is now up to like the chest plate, like the middle, in water, and the water's moving quickly, trying to force the horse forward. Its bionic legs are doing a good job of keeping it put, but it's a matter of time before you're going to be pushed downstream. You seem to be the only one still in the water.
Are you talking to me or Dominic?
Sorry, Dominic.
Because Dominic's in an AV, not a horse.
Oh, okay. I take back all of that. The AV is now mostly covered in water.
Sorry, that's why I was a little confused.
And it is being pushed down water. I forgot that Dominic was not on a horse. I apologize.
All good, all good.
But yeah, you are the only one still in the the creek bed, and the water is starting to push your AV down the gully.
Okay.
You should have given me a drive check, by the way, not a ride, but it doesn't matter.
I don't think my drive check would be any better. Yeah, it would have been the same, I think.
Okay. Your personal assistant is trying to crawl down to pull the AV up, but the AV is too heavy in the weight of the water to be pulled out easily.
Okay, can I make it go faster?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a drive. Actually, give me a concentration check.
Okay. Concentration. Oh, yay. 25.
Nice. You're able to stay fairly level-headed in this situation. You realize that if you actually point it more downstream and diagonally, you should be able to force your way up the far bank. You'll be on the wrong side of the river from everyone else. And in the process of doing this, you do see slotted grates in the riverbed beyond you. And you remember something as the only one who was able to successfully read the documentation about scripted events that are supposed to improve the realism of the experience.
This is a force flash flood. I'm so gonna sue somebody for this one.
Pretty sure the contract said cannot sue for.
Right.
Yes, but there's ways to any contract.
So keeping a level head, you're able to get yourself out onto the far bank. And a little ways down, there's a small little bridge that you can get over to the right side of the river. Well, that was dangerous. I'm glad everybody made it.
Yes, no casualties. Great.
You physically okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Alright.
I think I'm physically okay as well. I will say, I think that we've trauma bonded, and I feel much closer to both of you.
Flatline's gonna pull a cigarette out, light it, say nothing.
I feel closer to you as well, Bloodface.
You guys continue on. At some point, Curly appears behind you guys, like he's just been there the whole time.
I love that Dom's the only one who notices this.
Oh man.
As you guys continue, the ground is actually getting less deserty and more sparse forest as you get closer to a outcropping of stone that you're going to have to go through as part of your journey. There are a lot more trees here. It's a lot greener. You do see some more wildlife that is not just coyotes and snakes. You also see abandoned cabins and things like that as you're passing. It looks like all of it has been pretty well maintained, considering that it's a wild area. But you guys don't have any more problems before you guys make it to the Box Canyon. You guys are able to force the cattle back into the back corner of it and kind of corral them back there, tying up the horses to keep them in place. And you see Curly and Jesse starting to set up tents for everyone. and starting a fire.
We're not staying in cabins.
Why, no. I can't imagine why you would think we'd be staying in cabins.
This well, I thought there were preset rest points along the way, and I would assume,
This is one of them.
and I would just assume in an effort to keep your guests comfortable, you would have built some sort of
No, man. I've
domicile.
seen movies about people staying in cabins in woods. Fucking bloody massacre. Every
Plus,
time.
everybody knows that cowboys sleep under the stars.
I can say with great pleasure that I am not a cowboy.
Which one of us wants to take the first watch? I'll take the first watch.
Buttface, I would feel much safer with you watching us.
He does raise a good point, though. We should have people up a couple hours during the night to keep an eye on things. Either of you feel like being part of it?
I think Jesse should definitely be on watch Bloodface.
I'm sure I can work that out, yeah.
Sure, I can take the watch after that if you want.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Yes, my bodyguard can take the third watch.
He nods. He was already planning on taking watch. Because this is a greener area, more mountainous area, you have big, strong cliffs on both sides of you in the back of the canyon, because you're kind of backed into this box canyon. And there's a lot more vegetation here, so the cattle are happily eating, and so are the horses. There's even a small waterfall off to one side of you. You guys are set up on stony ground and mostly flat, but it could be a lot worse. Curly finishes up making dinner for everyone and pulls out his triangle, even though all of you are not that far away, and rings his triangle.
I will pay 180 to anybody who takes that and throws it down the deepest, darkest canyon they can find.
500, you got a deal.
All right. Sold.
Upon saying that, your assistant writes a note down.
I love Silas.
Silas is great. What, I'm scared to ask, but what is dinner tonight?
Dinner tonight is actually
Is it reheated?
reconstituted chipped beef in a cream gravy served over toast.
Okay. I thought it was reheated food from like the day before. This is slightly different. Well, it's different.
It is different.
Flatline would also like to try and pay attention where Curly keeps the triangle.
After Curly rang the triangle,
Yeah.
he puts it back on the four-wheeler. It's in one of the saddlebags.
All right.
The CEO or the other corp that is there does not seem interested in eating dinner. Instead, they go to the side of their motorcycle and pull out another flask and start drinking it. Bloodface is happily eating the food around the fire.
Flatline has no issue. He'll eat. Yeah.
It's salty. It's very salty.
That sounds right.
I'm gonna go to the waterfall and try to get clean.
Okay. The water coming off of it is clean because it's all from snow melt. And it's very cold, but it is very clean. So, yeah, with some small amount of effort, you can take what resembles a shower.
Mountain shower, mountain man shower.
Right. And as you're eating, the sun dips low on the horizon, and coyotes can be heard. Jesse goes to bed fairly early, like while you're all still eating. And then as dinner is getting over, Jesse gets up, goes over to Bloodface. Well, it looks like it's you and me. We're going to watch from over here, I suppose. There's a small hill at the mouth of the box canyon with slightly higher terrain.
During this kind of like downtime before sleep,
Of course.
Flatline would like to have got Jesse or Curly to teach him how to like take the saddle off of Bessie and properly like brush her down for the night.
Okay.
Make sure she's settled.
That would have been the Jesse job.
Cool. I'll do that. And then if I could spend an hour and a half, I'd like to finish the blue glass.
Okay.
And then make another dose of boost.
Okay. You'll have to roll for the boost, but the blue glass turned out nicely.
Oh, no. I can't roll for boost. Did I do that last time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's the thing lower. Yes, I can. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, did I make a 6-hour thing in 1 hour? Because that's not fair.
No.
I did not. I'm good. Same roll as before, so I beat the DV.
Okay.
And once I'm in the blue glass, I'm going to pass it to Bloodface.
Okay.
Here's your downer for the night. And I'll give you your upper in the morning.
He hands you a wad of money.
See. It would be 70?
It's 130.
What Flatline's empathy? He takes 75. He gives him the rest back.
All right. He tucks it into his pocket with the blue glass. And does not immediately use the blue glass. Instead, pays attention to the desert.
Look at that +2 intelligence at work. And then once the drugs are made and that's situated and Bessie's situated, he'll probably just crash because he's got that midnight in between watch.
Okay.
And Dominic is going to do something he probably hasn't done since before law school and go to bed early.
Okay. Silas has set out a rocks glass of expensive whiskey for you. In your tent.
I'm going to take it. Yeah. My nightly medicine. Oh, thank you, Silas. I'm going to sip on it.
Unfortunately, with communication points down, there's not a lot we can get done tonight, he says to you. Do you want me to ride back and send any messages or emails or anything?
Oh, there's nothing that can't wait till after this hellish ride is over.
Yeah, how are you holding up?
if I ever have the opportunity to buy this place, this whole thing, I will and burn it to the ground.
Very good.
Hmm.
As you finish your whiskey, slowly sipping it, he takes out a sanitary, like a alcohol wipe, and starts cleaning the glass and putting it away.
Oh, and don't forget, as soon as we get back to civilization in Night City, set up an emergency appointment with the dry cleaner.
Of course.
They may have to go 2 or 3 passes over these suits to get them clean.
I also have scheduled a appointment with your chiropractor. Will that be all?
Yes. Vivian or Wanda?
Wanda.
Oh, glorious Wanda. Okay.
He lets you turn in for the night and goes to sleep in a different tent. After some time has passed, Jess, you are woken up as it is time for your watch. Bloodface, who looks high out of their mind on blue glass, shakes your shoulder.
Flatline's awake almost instantly.
Okay. All right. So it's your turn now. Good
Right.
luck with it.
No. Rubs his eyes, gets up, takes a
Steps
leak.
into your boots.
Didn't take the boots off, man. He didn't take anything off.
Nice.
Is anyone on watch with him?
No, you're the only
Okay.
one on this watch.
Probably like grab like a hand of like waterfall water and like splash on his face just to help wake him up.
Okay.
And before I actually start watch, I guess he'll go, keep an eye out, wait 15 minutes, maybe 30, and then I'd like to go to the saddlebags and steal Curly's triangle.
Okay. You want to give me a reveal, conceal, or pickpocket to do it quietly? Or
Like
do you
the
not
strong
care?
word. Well, he doesn't want to be stopped. That's the thing. I don't think he cares if he gets caught. He wants to succeed. Is the goal.
That's the important thing.
That's the important thing. Or pickpocket. Man. Let's go with pickpocket.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 luck. That's a natural 1.
Oh no.
Followed by an 8.
Oh.
Glad you spent those 2 luck.
No, that's gonna do absolutely nothing. So that is a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were using pickpocketing?
Yep.
Okay. Roll a luck for me. So you get it out, but as you do, the hammer strikes the triangle, so it does sound.
I believe that's a 7. Nope.
You failed your luck roll.
Oh yeah.
You hear a rustling from the.
So for no, Flatline's luck is a 2. He's not a lucky individual.
You hear a rustling from the tent the cowboys are sleeping in. And after a few seconds, Curly comes out. Everything go. Sorry, I messed up his accent there for a second. Everything going all right out here.
Yeah. Someone's supposed to be on watch with me.
Well, I suppose I could do it.
I mean, I'm okay doing it on my own. I was just making sure I wasn't supposed to wake up someone else.
We should have 2 people on watch. He is in long pajamas, like full body long pajamas. Still has his cowboy hat on and his boots.
I'll let you get dressed.
Nah, I figured this is just as good as anything else I could wear.
I mean, if a coyote comes, don't you want some armor? A vest, at least.
He goes into his tent and gets a lever action rifle.
Yeet the triangle, just yeeting it the minute he's in the tent. I'm gonna hold on to the stick so that they don't go together.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna climb. I would throw the stick because the stick will climb less than the triangle.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because this is rocky surface.
yeah. So it'll ting, but
you want to give me a athletics for that throw or throwing?
Throwing isn't a skill.
Neither is riding horses, but
athletics riding is a skill. 14.
Okay.
I need to get out.
You're able to make some good distance. It lands in a area that's got some vegetation, so it doesn't really make a sound.
Awesome.
And it would be very difficult to find it unless you knew where to look for it.
Cool. And then as I walk towards the hill, do I pass my tent?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna toss the triangle in my tent.
Okay.
Attempt like hopefully discreetly. It's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go perch up on the hill.
You're lucky. It was a 1
Was that a
followed by
1?
a 9 on his perception. He grabs a lever action gun and follows you out to the hill. It's really serene here. It's hard to say as somebody who comes from a city how deafening the silent is. But sure, there's the sound of bugs and rustling of plants and, coyotes and stuff like that, but
And the waterfall.
This is a world away from the soundscape that you're used to.
That's nice.
The moon is a waning moon. So it is, illuminating but not making everything overly bright. The Box Canyon blocks some of that light, but not a lot. And it's just really nice out here. As long as you're not like agoraphobic, you should be good. You're only on watch for 2 hours. You want to give me 2 checks for perception and see how perceptive you are during your watch, if you care to be.
13.
Okay.
Ooh. 16.
Okay. So the second half of your watch, because the first half goes by just fine. Curly is leaned up against a rock with his rifle in front of him, and his hat's kind of low. You're not 100% sure if he's awake or not. Going into the second half of your watch, you hear some rocks above you shift and move in the up above you in the canyon.
Yeah, he'll turn and look with his assault rifle pointed at that direction.
Okay. Do you have any enhancements, night vision,
I think so.
ocular enhancements?
Nope.
Do you have a scope?
Nope.
Okay. With your perception, however, you're able to look into the darkness and what the moon is illuminating. And after a few minutes of looking up in that area, you do notice a couple of probably human figures that are up there moving around.
I'm gonna kick Curly's boot.
Okay.
Or foot with mine.
He pumps the lever of the lever action. What is it? I mean,
keeping my eyes on the people above. When he clicks when he loads the gun, do they move? Do they react at all? These shapes in the darkness?
They don't seem to. They have stopped moving though when he does it.
Something up top. Maybe.
What in the hell would be up top? There shouldn't be anybody else on my land. All right, you wait here. He is headed back to the four-wheeler.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I know we're supposed to keep things quaint, but I got a spotlight. I feel like that would help us look.
Alright. Don't go farther than where I can see you.
That seems fair.
And he'll stay on the hill and keep a lookout, but also kind of monitoring Curly.
Okay. Curly goes to his four-wheeler, and in the bag that the triangle usually is in, he digs around for a few seconds and then pulls out 2 large flashlights. And then comes back and hands one to you.
I did have a flashlight. I forgot about that. Uh-huh. I didn't check my gear.
It's in your tent.
That's true. It is in my tent. All right. Flatline will take one of the flashlights.
Okay.
We just turn them on and scare them?
Well, yeah. If we want to find out what's up there, we could hike around. It would be about an hour hike to get up to the top there.
Turns on the flashlight.
Okay. You turn on the flashlight and you see a glint of metal up at the very top, above even where you saw the figures. You don't know exactly what it is, but you think it's probably a vehicle of some type.
Come.
And where the human figures were, you don't see much. But you assume they're hiding behind. There's some boulders and things up there they could be hiding behind. So.
Okay. What's Curly doing?
Curly, I suppose we'll do it this way. Turns on his flashlight and starts like slowly scanning it along the ridge. Not necessarily where they're at, but just around.
Okay. Fallon's gonna keep it on that spot. Point out the can I get the flashlight on the glint of metal?
Yeah.
To make that out better.
Yeah. So you focus on it. You'll have to move off of where you assume the rock line where they're at is up above that. Yeah. You see like a dune buggy, an off-road vehicle that's pretty popular with nomads in this area. Most of it is very dirty and wouldn't reflect, but unfortunately part of the wheel well area has recently become wet in some way, so it is reflective. So.
In a loud whisper, I assume I've moved slightly away from Curly.
Yeah.
Flatline will go. Looks like a doom buggy.
What would a doom buggy be doing on my property?
Well, we can either ask them. I can take the doom buggy. I shouldn't do it, but I could take the doom buggy, or we start shooting.
I'll take that under advisement. He kind of moves to partial cover under the next to the rock that he was leaning against before, and he yells up, "What are y'all doing up there?" And roll initiative because a shot is fired.
Ooh.
And this is where we would go to the combat screen, but because I can't get Roll20 to do what I want it to, we are not going to a combat screen. So we're going to have to do Theater of the Mind. I apologize.
Does everybody roll initiative?
I think so. I think everybody could hear that. So
that gunshot.
Yeah, Giffy, you want to roll 3 times for me?
Roll. I'm sorry. Roll what?
Initiative.
Oh, initiative. Okay.
3 times.
3 times? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
For your buddies.
Okay.
Because I'm setting up my.
Oh, do you want me to roll for Jesse?
Yes,
I can at least roll a number. All right.
I would appreciate that immensely.
Not a problem.
All right. Flatline, what'd you get?
16.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Dom, what'd you get?
Sorry, I haven't rolled it yet.
You're good.
Jesse rolled a 9.
Thank you.
I don't know what his reflex is.
Right.
Okay, I got 13 for myself.
As you get the other one, just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I've got to look up their stats. The teamwork.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Did they roll really well?
No. They rolled a 1, followed by a cock die, followed by a 9. So,
A big number.
yeah. Oh, and I have to do blood phase.
Is blood face at a penalty?
Yeah. He is heavily sedated, so I'd assume so. What's the effects of blue glass? Do you have that up still?
I do, yeah. By the way, he had to roll a resist torture drug, DV15.
Oh, thank you. He did not resist. He is addicted.
He is addicted. Okay, so it lasts 4 hours.
Okay.
During which time they flash out, meaning they hallucinate swirls of vibrant colors and short, powerful bursts. You lose your ability to do an action on a turn while in this state. And while addicted, same thing.
Okay.
No different. Being on it or off of it is the exact same.
That sounds right.
Oh, sorry. Flash out once an hour.
But he can't
when
do actions on his turn.
You're immune to flashing out.
Well, that's
while
nice.
while experiencing the primary effect. So, if it hasn't been 4 hours,
yeah,
he's good. He's immune. If it has waned, he can flash out.
Well, he is currently immune then, so that's nice.
Once every hour.
Both my guys got 16.
Okay. Wow. Good job.
Nice.
They have high reflexes.
That's great to hear. All right. Because you're not an NPC, flatline. Oh no.
It's not good when the GM goes flatline. Oh no.
No, it's flatline's not first, but
okay, that's fine.
I'm trying to figure out who this is.
NPC number 6.
I mistyped the bodyguards initiative, and so it said 26 instead of 16. And so I was like, whoever BG is, bodyguard, they go first. No, actually, Jesse goes first. Jesse will spend his action getting his rifle and dressed. So that is a loss. Jess, as the first NPC that is not that would be in this order, so it is your turn.
Yeah, how close to the dune buggy am I?
So it is up on a sheer cliff up a ways. If you were able to climb straight up, which would be very difficult athletically,
Mm-hmm.
you could probably get there in 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
That's a long fucking
Uh
time.
huh. If you hiked around, it would take an hour to get up to where they are.
Either way, that's a long time.
Yeah, there is not an easy way up to where they are.
Okay. How how far above me are they?
Not super far. They're about 40 feet.
40 feet. Meters?
In meters.
Meters. Because that's what the range table is.
Right. I think in feet. Just a moment.
It's okay. It's very important.
It's about 12 meters.
12 meters. That's a shit range. Can I move lower to increase the distance?
Yeah. If you move closer to because that's just like from the edge of where they're at. If you move over to the other side of the box canyon, it would give you more distance.
Cool. Can I do that and not be out in the middle of the open with my move of 6?
So you can move 12 meters.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of cover. There are some ground cover and things, but nothing that's going to provide you enough cover that it's going to matter, honestly.
And where I am now, same thing, right?
Yeah, that's kind of this whole area.
All right. I'm gonna somehow, if I can, put the flashlight down where it looks like I'm still where I am.
Okay.
Because I want to blind them and draw their attention to, like, that person's holding the flashlight there, and then I want to dart.
Okay. You do think that based on the shot, because it hit at your feet, that they were probably shooting at your flashlight in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
And then if I could hold my action, if something becomes visible, I'm going to fire at them.
Okay. That seems reasonable. It is now Bodyguard's turn. He is up in a flash and comes out of the tent, but only has a handgun, a heavy pistol, on him. He is going to try to assess the situation. That will be his turn, but I'm going to roll a perception for him as his action. Do you happen to know what his perception is, Giffy?
His perception, let's see. +4, and perception is... Wait, what's perception again?
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, intelligence. So a total of 7.
7?
He's not smart.
Okay. Assessing the situation, he doesn't seem to know what's going on here, but he'll figure it out pretty quickly, I'm sure. Silas is next. The very similar thing is going to the side of the bodyguard, has produced a gun of their own, and is kind of looking around for you to give you cover. You're in your tent, so that works out great for them. They're both standing directly in front of your tent at this point. And then it is Giffy, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my handgun and kind of peek out my tent door.
Okay. It is very dark outside. Both your bodyguard and Silas are standing directly in front of the flat.
Okay.
The last dying embers of the campfire are still lit, which kind of affects your distance vision, but it's nighttime outside.
I can tell that it's nighttime. That's all right. So I don't really see any. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of hold my gun out in front of me, like just waiting to see. So I'm gonna hold my action and just wait, see what's going on.
Okay.
Is Dominic in like silk pajamas? Because that's what I picture Dom wearing.
Oh yeah, describe your sleeping situation.
Yeah, he actually he's in a deep maroon silk pajamas with monogrammed DV on the chest, and he has slippers, of course, just very basic fabric slippers, bed slippers. That close up in the back, so they're fully enclosed, but they are also maroon to match the pajamas.
Right, because why wouldn't they be?
Of course, yeah.
Of course.
The CEO, the corpo, I don't know why I keep saying CEO, comes out of his tent promptly. He is still fully dressed in a suit, shoes polished and all. Goes to the motorcycle and presses a button, and a pop-up riot shield is extending in front of him.
The image of him just walking out being like, no.
Pretty much exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Almost like this isn't his first time doing something like this. Curly fires wildly. Actually, he doesn't. He fires very precisely, but not having a target, it's not effective. At the area of the dune buggy, and then recocks his rifle. It is now the nomad's turn. So one of them is shooting at you, Jess, from up above, and as they're doing so, they pop up with their rifle, and it gives you enough of time for a shot if you'd like to take your action.
So it's a clean, like I can see it despite the
yeah
darkness. Okay. I would.
Okay. I would say I think traditionally there should be like a 2-point penalty for the light conditions, but
oh, that's true. So it's a 19 minus 2 is a 17, but I'm like 20 something meters away. Yes.
yes.
So I had to beat a 15, so that hits.
Okay, nice. You want to roll damage, please?
Yeah, I do.
Also, keep in mind if you roll any double or triple sixes.
Oh, I am so sorry. I just dropped my mic. I apologize to everyone.
That was quite the impact.
Double sixes.
Nice. So
and then 2 2s and a 3. So like.
But let's roll on the critical injury. I need to pull that up though.
I have it up. I do.
Nice.
Okay, so first, hang on. That's 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus the 5 crit damage that goes through either way.
Yes.
And then as for the critical injury, it is a broken arm. Broken arm cannot be used. Drop any item in that arm's hand immediately.
Okay, they were going to fire at you, but they
were
lost one of their hands they were stabilizing with. So the shot goes wild. Okay. You do now hear some vehicles coming across from behind you, because there was more of an open area on the other side from where you're at. But this is the safest place for the cattle. You hear vehicles coming at your level towards the canyon. Also, the shots are incredibly loud in this box canyon, so you're aware. It goes
It's a
to
loud echo as the assault rifle goes off.
right. It goes back to Jesse as first. Jesse now has seen the trails of the fire. He is not in a position to shoot at them though, so he is going to mount his horse. That is his turn. It takes some time for him to run over there and get on the horse. So, Flatline, you are next.
So my optimal range that I would like is 13 to 25 meters.
Okay.
The people coming behind us,
They're
are they
still
within that range?
they're still probably outside of that range.
Will they be in that range within the next few seconds, can I tell? Or
Yeah, you would imagine by the end of this round they should be close enough that they'll be at the far end of that. Like closer to 30 meters, but
okay, then I will hold my action. I assume the person I shot in the arm has taken cover
yeah.
after their arm report. So I will keep for now. If I can move somewhere, I know there's no real cover, but if there's anywhere I could move that would assist in any sort of cover, that'd be great.
So visibility wise, there are some tents that you can hide behind. They won't offer any
no.
real cover. There are some horses,
Nope. Is there a tree?
SUVs, and
A
cows.
boulder?
Not anything that's going to be bigger than like knee height. So if you
Yeah,
wanted to
okay.
lay prone behind the boulder, maybe.
No, because it's an action to get up. A shadowy part. I'm going to move to a shadowy part.
Okay, you find a.
It's not going to really do
part.
anything, but a shadowy part.
You'll feel better about the situation.
I do, yeah. And I'm going to keep my eye on the ridge, and if anyone pops up on the ridge, I'm going to fire again.
Okay. It is the bodyguard's turn. He turns to you and like puts a hand down to you, Dominic. Like stay down.
Okay.
And then is going to put his sidearm away, and is headed back to his tent, and produces a shotgun. Silas is staying directly in front of the tent, gun drawn but not firing at anything, holding their action. So, it is. Sorry, I wish I would have written these in order. It would be nice. I thought about it and then didn't do it. Giffy, it is your turn.
Okay. Do I see anything at this point, or is it still pretty? Is it still pretty far away?
It's not
far away.
from the new gunfire and things like that that's been occurring, because they shot wildly and Flatline had shot at them. You get an idea that it is directly up above you, like 50 degree. What is that? 50-degree angle from where you are. So.
Can he hear the vehicles coming from behind too, or?
You want to give me a new perception check to be aware of that?
Yes. Yes, I do. $12.
Okay. There's a lot of noise in the canyon. It's conceivably possible you hear the roaring of the engines coming towards you, but with the gunfire and the cows, who are now very unhappy, it's hard to parse out exactly what it is, but you could reasonably assume that you know it's that you hear sounds.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stay peeking out my tent flap.
You're gonna stay in safe cover. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The the corporate executive, is now mostly covered by pop-up shields and is laying low. That is all they're doing. You guys don't know what Bloodface is up to. He's up to something. You guys aren't sure what it is, though. He hasn't come out of his tent yet, so that's all that matters. All right, so then Curly. Yes, thank you, patient, for the suggestion. Need to get off my property. None of you are welcome here. He fires a shot in the air. That's a warning shot. And reloads his rifle. Now it is the Nomad's turn. You don't see the people up top pop up.
Yep.
But the vehicles behind you are getting closer. Like I said, they're probably within 30 meters by the time that the end of their turn. It's real dark, so it's hard to see because they're not running with any lights, but it sounds like they're probably three-wheelers and motorcycles that are coming up.
Sure.
I have a drink somewhere. Thank you for the hydrate. We'll go back to you, Flatline. What are you doing?
Jesse goes before I do.
I know. You don't know what Jesse's up to at the moment.
Okay, I just want to make sure Jesse didn't lose his turn on his horse.
Jesse is moving on the horse, but I'm not describing what is currently going on.
That's fine. Flatline is... It wants to be able to be within, like, run distance of the camp and everyone else.
Okay.
So, like, move and then move action.
Yeah.
So 12, yeah. More than, or 24 meters of camp, just in case someone does get hurt. But otherwise, he'll switch his attention. He only saw one dune buggy on the hill, so his brain's going to be like, there's probably only one person, and I shot them. I'm going to focus on the people coming from behind.
Okay.
So he's going to change where his view is and wait for visibility starting at 25 meters.
Okay.
And if something gets in light, he's going to auto fire.
Okay. Yeah, you do get within a good range to auto fire on one of the motorcycles as it pops up over the hill there that you guys were keeping watch at. So
I can see someone?
Yep.
Then I'm going to fire. That's 19 minus 2 because visibility. I forgot about visibility. So it's 17 that is the DV.
Okay.
So I do not. I fire, but I miss.
You shoot wildly, yeah. Okay.
Not wildly, it's real close. It's real close.
Yeah.
That dude should be scared.
Yeah, you were wide of the target.
I was.
Okay. Alright. Everybody is still running around. There is a lot of chaos. We are going to move. I'm going to focus on what the players are doing and keep in mind what the NPCs are doing. So now your bodyguard has returned with the shotgun and is trying to like lift you out of the tent. Are you going to assist?
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Okay. What is your move?
Is 6.
Okay. He is pulling you towards an alcove in the rock that is kind of by where the waterfall is. And like pushing you to the back of the alcove.
What?
Silas is not with you. You do know that. in the motion of you getting out of the tent. Silas has left. You guys do notice that the cattle are starting to freak the fuck out and rushing closer towards the mouth of the box canyon. You do see that Jesse has been riding his horse back and forth to try to keep them in place, but they are becoming more and more agitated. So it is only a matter of time before he loses control of them. We'll move to the nomads. By this time, by the way, Bloodface has come out of his tent. He has 2 submachine guns in hand and is just flailing them about but not firing them and yelling something fairly incoherent. A grenade is thrown down from up top by the nomads. It lands basically at your bodyguard's feet, Giffy. You want to give me a resist torture drug, please?
Okay. Oh, there it is. Resist torture drug. 12.
Okay. You are starting to feel very tired. I'm going to roll for your bodyguard as well. He is also starting to slump. Jess, you're being shot by one of the nomads.
A nomad I can see?
Yep, the one on the motorcycle.
I would like to evade, please.
Okay. Good call.
I rolled like shit. Did you beat a 12 or 14?
They rolled an 18 to hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
they hit.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Actually, they hit. So give me a resist torture drug, Jess. As the needle enters the skin.
I'm wearing armor. You have to penetrate my armor before it hits.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I thought I just had to hit. But I will look it up.
It says any meat part. So if you're aiming for, like, if you didn't aim for...
Nope, they just hit
skin,
your general body.
Then,
so
yeah, my jacket would cover it. So
class.
you're going to have to be my armor.
Okay. I have to look up then and see what the damage is.
What is it?
It's in black chrome, I believe.
No, what weapon type is it? Oh.
It's a dart gun.
Was that like a medium pistol?
I think so.
Because medium pistols are 2d6, but a dart gun...
Yeah, that's why I thought I just had to hit, but you're right, it does have to hit a meat part. I know this is super exciting. I apologize, folks. One moment, please.
I don't want to go down, sorry.
I completely don't blame you.
Jess, you should just die to make the action go. Keep
Smoother?
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should, you're right.
So rude.
Dart gun Cyberfingers in Black Crow.
Then it might not be in black chrome. I thought it was, though.
Dart gun is in the core rulebook.
Okay.
Exotic very heavy pistol.
Okay, so
46.
46.
46.
46?
Yeah!
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12.
Hit by 1.
Hit by 1.
Kevin wearing light armor jacket's 11, right?
Yeah.
So close. So close.
Alright. Give me a resist torture drug.
Yeah. You know, if I could roll. You remember how last week I was rolling really high and I was like, because it doesn't matter next week when it's important, I'm going to roll like shit.
Yeah.
I think that's the third 2 in a row I've rolled. So it's a 12, which I'm pretty sure is not a success.
Nope. You start feeling sleepy. And with that, we're going to take our halfway break. 10 minutes, we'll be back. So grab yourself a drink, take a minute to relax. We'll be right back with you guys. And hopefully our characters will be conscious again the next time you see them. So we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Once again, we are Saves for Death. You just were at our intermission break, so I hope that went well for you. You were able to get yourself a nice cold drink and relax for a moment, and we are back to the action. Who of the two of you has a higher body?
I have a 7.
Yeah, that's not me. I have a 4, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
Flatline. The warmth of the sun beating against your skin causes you to start to wake up. You look around.
Groggily gets up.
Yeah. You see around you, all of the tents have been slashed. There are various people laying all over the ground around you. What you don't see are the cattle or the horses.
Did they take Bessie?
Bessie is not currently in evidence. You don't see Bessie around. You just see that I almost said Quinn's. That Dominic's bodyguard is also raising to his feet.
Okay. I think Flatline, if there's no immediate emergency, like no one's shooting at them, like that seems to be done and gone. He'll start moving to people and checking wounds and vitals and making sure, just asking if people are okay, any injuries.
Okay.
Kind of doing the actual doctor thing. Not the greatest bedside manner, but genuinely seems, to want to make sure everyone is okay.
Sure. Closest to you is Curly, who doesn't seem to have any physical wounds that you see. Seems to be more or less fine.
He'll check his pulse if he hasn't woken up yet, make sure he's alive, wake him up.
He hasn't woken up. He is alive. You're able to get him to come to.
Come. And then he'll just kind of go through one by one.
Okay. As you go around to people, you do find that the corp is sleeping in a makeshift tent of armor barriers. Yeah, of pop-up shields. But seems to be fine. Unfortunately, the only one who has taken any damage at all, well, 2 people. Jesse, you find unconscious, but has taken quite a few wounds. You can roll paramedic to check that to see how lethal they are. And Bloodface has tripped and hit a rock at some point, and so they have a head wound, but nothing all that serious. I would suspect.
Roll paramedic for Bloodface as well, or
yeah, if you'd like to know more about the wound, like if he has a concussion or something.
So 17 for Jesse.
Okay.
And 25 for Bloodface because I rolled a 10.
Nice. Okay, so for Jesse, it appears that his leg has been hurt rather badly.
Broken?
Not broken, but not far from broken. It's in real bad shape. It's like a severe sprain for mechanical effect. But that's pretty much all. Like, he was thrown from a horse when he wasn't conscious to land properly.
Okay.
And once again, you check Bloodface. He has a wound on the top of his head that is evidently from the rock sitting next to his head that also has his blood on it. He is confused, but no more confused than you would suspect a drug addict to be, and an addled rocker boy. So, all in all, everybody seems pretty fine. The bodyguard does wake you up, however, Dominic, and you're physically in pretty good condition. A little hard to breathe at the moment, but you're good.
Can I patch up Bloodface, which I assume will not be overly difficult?
Okay. Yep. As part of your paramedic role, I can have you have put a bandage over his head.
Yeah. Just kind of stop the bleeding, keep everything tacked, less things from moving. I assume I'm going to have to roll some sort of another paramedic thing to treat Jesse. If I could find some driftwood to break into a splint.
You can do a quick fix on Jesse.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
I know I can't fix it, but if I could do a quick fix of like bandages and driftwood splint.
Okay. Just give me a perception, or you could ask people to help you with it, to look for the supplies you'll need.
I'll get Curly to help to grab my supply. Like, Curly, go find me some driftwood.
He'll go do that. It takes a little bit of time, but we'll roll it into your paramedic roll that you're able to quick fix it. He's still going to walk at a movement penalty of 2, but other than that, he should.
Are ATVs gone?
Glad you asked. They are not gone, though. Looking at them, the tires have been punctured.
Even the one with the bulletproof shields.
Well, you go check the motorcycle of the corp?
Yeah.
It's in perfect running condition.
Cool. I'm going to knock on one of the shields.
The shield collapses, like folds in on itself. Hello?
Danger's over.
Is it safe?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, well, that was eventful. He starts collapsing the other shields.
Kid's gonna need your bike to move.
I could go ahead and get some type of medical help.
He can't walk, his leg's busted. And do you really want to be out here alone with that group running around?
I suppose you do raise a good point. No. I don't. He checks his agent.
No service.
Yeah. He puts his agent back in his pocket. I suppose he could probably use my motorcycle for the time being.
I'm sure he'll be real careful with it. Curly, bring him over. Jesse's gonna ride the bike. And he just leaves this exactly. Has made this decision. Dealt with.
Curly is helping Jesse be able to hobble over to it.
And then Flatline's gonna go to Dominic and his 2.
Yeah.
You 3 okay? He's got like his medical bag on his shoulder. It's open. Clearly you can see that he's pulled out a bunch of different supplies. But has been wandering in the camp, just legitimately checking on people.
I'm gonna jump up. I'm gonna say yes, I'm fine. I'm gonna push past him, and I'm gonna go up to Curly. We need to call the authorities right now. We need to assess liability. I'm going to need to your all your books and your accounting. My company's forensic accountant will go through your books so we can determine exactly what the cost is to each of us and determine
Fucking
liabilities.
Now, slow down now.
corpos, man.
So by the way,
Money before
Silas
health.
turns to you and goes, "Are you a licensed medical professional?"
Yeah, I work for trauma team.
Good enough for me. He lifts his pant leg, and you can see he's been shot
Oh
and
shit.
bleeding.
I was gonna find a rock or something for Silas to sit on.
Okay.
And then do the best he can to quick fix. And if the bullet hasn't gone through, he'll ask Silas what he wants to do, if he wants him to remove it or deal with it for now. Either way, it's gonna fucking hurt.
Well, if it's not life-threatening, I'd like it removed. If it's
Nope,
necessary
it's
to
just
leave
gonna
it.
hurt
Okay.
real bad.
That seems reasonable to me.
Alright. I'm sure in a med bag I have some sort of like numbing agent.
Yeah, you have topical.
So I'm gonna apply it around the bullet wound. He's still gonna feel it while I try to pull this thing out.
He's gonna give you a resist torture drug. He does not flinch. He sits patiently while you're pulling the bullet out. You want to give me a paramedic to treat?
I'm impressed. I thought you'd be I'm impressed. 18.
Okay. You're able to remove it. He is stabilized. He was stable before, and you're able to bandage the wound best you can.
No.
This wouldn't be the first time I've been shot.
He worth it?
Of
Mr.
course.
Moneybags?
Yes.
Can I human perception check this?
Yes, please do.
Ooh. Bet you my human perception is shit. It is. That's a 15.
That's still pretty good. To him, all that matters is raising in the corporate ranks, and this is his rung on the ladder and how to get higher. As long as Dominic doesn't fuck up and drag him down with him, this is the most important thing there is. He seems like the kind of person that has foregone a relationship, any social life,
Any life outside of
relationship with a family. This is his key to a happy future.
Okay. Flatline's gonna pull the pant leg back down. Stand up. Good luck, man.
I will need a tailor. Curly.
Yeah, that's the most important thing right fucking now. Fuck.
Curly is like, now I don't see how me showing you my records is going to change the fact that we were attacked by some type of nefarious folk.
I'm just trying to get out ahead of this whole situation.
Here's the problem we're running into. We're about halfway from where we need to be to where we were going. So we could turn around and go back to the homestead where you would have cell service on your agent. There's no ghost town down the way a bit. They probably won't have service for your agent either. Or we could go down to the meeting point, which is about a full day on a horse. So a day and a half on foot, where we would get some terrible service, but service nonetheless. So no matter what we do, we are not going to get ahead of this.
Well, what do you suggest we do at this point, Mr. Curley?
It is in the bylaws of me as a subsidiary of Biotechnica that should anything like this occur, or should I run a Dude Ranch experience and get nothing, not perfect 5-star ratings, that they will take ownership of the family property and estate, and I'll be out on my proverbial ass. So this is a bad situation for me, one way or the other. I suppose all I have left to do is try to get that 5-star review. So if we want to continue down on to I-70, I can get you in your nice limousines and to your spa resort.
Then let's do it.
Jesse says, "You know, the last thing I saw the cattle being drug or run away, but the horses were just shoot off. If we looked around, I'm sure we could probably find them." I'm not in much condition, I suppose, to do it, though.
Flatline's gonna walk past this conversation. Well, it's happening at this point, having just patched up Silas.
Okay.
Horse would be faster than walking. And he keeps going to the waterfall where he's gonna wash his hands,
Okay.
wash his instruments,
Okay.
and call for Bessie. See if she comes.
Okay. I need a relationship check with your horse.
Cool.
Can I get an animal handling at a +2?
Ooh, I rolled a 9.
Nice.
11, animal handling. That's a 19.
Nice. Knowing Bessie and her personality, chances are she is literally on the outside of the box canyon, like on the way back up towards where the lake was before, because there was thick trees and things to give shade.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So you psychologically have figured out the way she thinks.
Nice. If I wanted to be left the fuck alone and get away from these jerks, where would I go? Once he's
you and the horse
his...
have a similar personality.
We do, yeah. We understand each other real well. He's gonna keep cleaning up his gear while they decide what they're going to do, and then go to his tent, see if his stuff's still there, and then go look for Bessie. There's steps, so
Okay.
Whatever they're doing in the meantime, that's Flatline's plan.
Back to you, Dominic.
I'm gonna shade my eyes and kind of look around to see if I can see the horses from where I'm standing.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Perception.
I forgot to mute Discord, so anyone listening to the podcast this week, that is not your Discord making that noise, it is mine.
I got a 15 perception.
Okay. You see Silas is breaking what's left of your tent down and rolling it up. You see Flatline cleaning their equipment. You don't see any horses, but you do see past where the box canyon is. There's some low-lying hills as it raises into the cliffs on the other side of this little valley. And that's probably your best bet, that or they've gone forward or backward from here. So you have some ideas of where to search, but not offhand.
What if we try down there? They may be down there.
That's an excellent idea, the corpse says. The bodyguard looks to you and then starts walking that way.
I'm gonna start going as well.
Okay. Okay. After a few minutes walk, you don't see any horses in that general area, but you do find pathing. So if you want to roll a tracking for me, you could probably find out where they have gone. If you haven't used tracking before, I don't know your character's backstory as far as tracking goes, take a -1 penalty. Otherwise,
yeah, this is a new experience for him. There's no way he would have.
I will not give your bodyguard that penalty, however.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he has to track you down all the time.
2 luck.
Okay.
Okay, so 16.
16. Okay. That's good enough. You are able to follow the path, and as it starts getting steeper into the other side of the valley there, and the tree cover starts to open up a little bit, well, what tree cover there is, the low scrubby trees that are around here, you do see that 2 of the horses are over in this area.
Aha. We have found the horses. I'm going to go up to one and kind of gently, I'm going to quietly go, up to it and try to pet it.
Okay, do you want to do an animal handling for me then?
Wants a strong word there, Games.
There's other options if you'd
I'd
prefer
rather
not
just
to.
walk up to the horse and be like, "Come with me."
Can I use my bribery skill? Can I bribe this horse somehow?
With plants or shrubs?
Yeah, how are you bribing the horse? Describe it to me, and I may allow you to bribe this horse.
I don't. What do I have? I don't think I have anything. Is there anything around that a horse would like to eat? Is there a crabapple tree or?
Do you have herbology, botany of any sort?
Science, botany.
Because I mean, there's sweeter grasses down by the water. Those would be prized. There are no fruit trees in this area.
All right, I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna get some grass and try to feed the horse some grass.
Okay. All right. I will give you a +2. And roll a bribery for me.
Ooh, I get to use bribery.
Horse bribery, let's go.
And a +2?
Yeah. How do I roll a opposed for a horse?
Human perception?
Okay.
Because he is perceiving what this human wants.
It's true.
I rolled a 2, so 16 total.
You still
Damn, that's good with a 2.
Yeah. You did significantly better than the horse did at perceiving your intentions. So the horse is very docilely eating the grass out of your hand.
Aha. Good fellow. Good fellow. All right. I'm going to try to mount this horse.
That would be difficult. It does not have any of its tack on it. Its saddle or bridle or any of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'm going to try to lead it back with the grass, tempt it with the grass to lead it back to.
Because of your success, you are able to do this. It is a very long process, however, of getting. Have you ever tried to move villagers in Minecraft? It's a lot like that. They do have a tendency to wander off and get distracted, and if anything scares them, they run away further than where they started at. But after close to an hour, you're able to bribe these horses back to the box canyon.
All right.
Was my stuff in my tent despite the tent being slashed?
Yes. All of your gear is still present.
Okay. And knowing that, because I removed the tack from Bessie, is the tack still around?
Yes, attack is where you left it.
Cool. I'm just gonna take the bridle,
Okay.
the bridle, and I'm gonna go to the opening of the box canyon to see if my girl's still there.
Yeah, she's sleeping in the sun
I'm
or
gonna
in
pull
the
out
shade.
the other crab apple that I brought from the dude ranch because I brought 2.
Yep.
Picked up 2 extra. Hey girl,
She
how you doing?
looks up at you when she hears your voice, and then stands up slowly.
You didn't get injured, did you? And he's just gonna look around and make sure that she's not suffering from a gunshot wound.
Good call. Yeah, roll a veterinarian science.
Don't have that science.
Yeah, give me a science or medicine or education. Something.
I feel like
What's
it would still be
applicable here?
paramedic. It's still. Is there an injury? Yes, no.
Okay, yeah.
I may not
Esquire-
know how the injury affects the animal.
Right. All right. So give me a paramedic on this horse.
15.
Okay. The horse does seem to be favoring babying one of its front legs, but doesn't seem to be otherwise impeded. No gunshot wounds or anything like that.
Alright.
In the process of checking Bessie, though, you do hear in the bushes a sound that sounds an awful lot like Jesse's horse.
Okay, he's gonna stroke and pet Bessie. Well, I don't know what's up with your leg. We'll ask Curly when we get back. He lifts the bridle. Mind if I put this on you, girl?
Bessie bows her head to you.
Nice. He's gonna put the bridle on, clip the rope, and lead her towards the sound of Jesse's horse.
Okay. In the thicket is where you find Jesse's horse. You also find blood here.
Like horses dying or horses real injured?
You examine it because it's a lot of blood all at once. It does seem to have been shot near the back flank.
Okay.
It's probably not a fatal wound, but it is very painful, and the horse is laying.
Does Flatline have anything to move this horse? I don't think so. Nope. Alright, well, you ain't gonna move, so I'll be right back, I guess. Don't move. No. And he's gonna lead Bessie. He's gonna lead Bessie back
Okay.
to the group. To Jesse, who's sitting on the motorcycle.
Okay.
Found your horse. It's in a thicket. It lost a lot of blood. Man, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Is Buttercup gonna be all right?
I patch people.
Pretty much the same thing, I'd think.
Person would survive. I'm in a lot of pain, but they'd survive.
You think you could bandage her, maybe give her some medication?
Yeah, I don't know the dose for horse.
Well, she's about 1,600 pounds. 17 hands.
He blinks. Okay. Error 404 flatline has stopped working.
Please do what you can. I'll pay you whatever it takes.
I'm going to. All right, it's gonna take. It'll take me an hour. It'll take me at least an hour.
I'd say we got time.
Oh, Bessie. And he's gonna give Bessie the crab apple.
Yeah.
Rubber nose. Set up his workshop on a rock.
Sure.
And I'm gonna synthesize a dose of speed heal in an hour, or two doses of speed. How many can I make? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna craft speed heal. That's what I'm going to do for an hour.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
Okay.
In that time, Dominic, you've returned with two other horses.
All right, I have retrieved the horses. If somebody could please clothe them so that they can be ridden, and we can get out of here.
I suppose I could probably do that, Curly says. He is starting to put on their bridles and saddles and such. The corpse says, you know, it does seem to me that those who will be without transportation perhaps could stay put or go back to the ranch. And those that can move faster maybe go to the south and see if they can get help in the meantime.
Yes, very solid plan.
Jess, how's your speed healing going?
I rolled a 19. I needed to beat a DV 13.
Okay.
I can make as many doses as my skill allows me to, but I feel like 2 human speed heals probably equivalent to 1, as patient said, horse heal.
Sure.
So
you've made 1 dose of horse heal.
I've made 1 dose of horse heal, and I'm gonna go and try to fix Jesse's horse. But once the group comes in and this is mentioned, Flatline is gonna say, I'm trading another horse, so there should be 1 more, hopefully, maybe. But
Excellent.
They can't have a rider. That's
right. Maybe they travel back with those that are on foot.
He kind of shrugs. Actually, while I was crafting this, could he have mentioned to Jesse to take a look at Bessie's leg?
Yeah. Okay.
I assume Jesse has some sort of horse knowledge.
He does actually have knowledge horses. Local area horse. Okay. He's able to look at the leg. This is just what is Hades' accent for this? It's like
Southern drawl.
It's not Southern though. It's like Texas draw.
Oh yeah.
Because the Southern is what Curly's doing,
right?
Which is not the right accent, but whatever. Well, this here is just a real bad sprain, I'd say. She'll be all right. A day or
Perfect.
2. As long as you don't put her under heavy stress.
No. That's I don't know, 16 paramedic to administer horse heal and treat the wound.
You're able to do that? It's quite the process. This is not the same as working on a human.
No.
At all.
A little bit. I mean, muscles it's kind of like a thigh muscle, right? It's still like you still have to remove the bullet, you still have to patch up muscle, you still have to stop the bleeding.
Yeah. You staunch the bleeding. You
lot
staple
bigger.
it closed, but the dermal staples aren't wide enough quite. So you have to link the two. And then the skin that you put over it's human colored skin.
Oh no, he wouldn't use
spray skin.
Nah.
Okay. You do that and then put a series of bandages across it.
Yeah, massive series. And then inject the horse heal.
Okay.
That he's hopefully dosed correctly.
Right. Buttercup, seems to be doing slightly better. You don't know. Real hard to tell. But,
Is she crying?
she's not crying anymore.
Better. That's better.
After some time, she's able to stand very tentatively and limp heavily.
I'll at least bring her over to Jesse.
Okay. Well, aren't we a pair?
You ain't dead, that's something.
No, I appreciate not being dead. I will say, I think this might be the end of the adventure for the two of us, though. Y'all think you can make it to the south?
Think I can ride Bessie on that leg? No.
You can. I wouldn't push her too fast or too far. No more than maybe 20 miles a day, 30 at tops. He says things in miles because he doesn't understand the system that Cyberpunk's in.
That's cool. Pretty sure Flatland's used to just traveling in AVs or public transportation. It's just like out here in the wilderness, that means nothing to him anyway. He's just like slow pace, got it.
But you'll be alright.
Yeah. So who's heading back with you? He looks at the not Dominic, the Biotechnica exec.
Well, it would make sense if I went back as well and somebody else maybe used my bike. I would say this experience has gone as poorly as it could possibly go.
No, man, you could be dead.
That's probably true.
I mean, if you'd prefer.
No.
If you think that would be a better experience.
I'm saying the likelihood of it is fairly low.
Jess laughs. Flatline does not. Flatline's like, that sounds like a challenge. I can fix that for you real fast.
Right. He presses on the rear quarter panel of the bike, and a refrigerated panel opens up, and he takes another thermos of juice out of it. I do believe I'm headed back to the ranch.
You take care of the kid, then.
Of course. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a pistol. It's a small pistol. Anybody with experience with guns would not believe it would be useful for really much. It might not be effective against coyotes at this point, but, who's to say?
Flatline will walk Bessie up to Dominic and Curly and
Bloodface is like, I'm still fucking good to go. This is still part of the adventure.
I think we have traveled far past adventure at this point.
There's no such thing as an adventure without adversity. We're at the point of adversity, which is when the adventure truly begins. Friends become enemies, enemies become friends, people do drugs, and you end up naked 3 countries over.
Okay.
That should be a song.
That should be a song. He pulls out a small pad and starts typing it in. But like old man typing into the pad. Sorry, Jess, you were talking to Curly.
Just kind of approached. Like I said, so we're continuing on, right?
I would say that is the plan. I would love to make sure to give you folks the best experience possible for the remainder of this journey.
I mean, I'm no stranger to gunfire, so this is just, I don't know, same shit, different setting.
Well, typically out here, we don't see a lot of gunfire unless it is planned out ahead of time.
You know what's strange? They didn't actually shoot us.
Well, I would say that some of us probably got shot. I got shot at.
I mean, we got knocked out.
By the grace of God, yes. They're probably cattle rustlers. At $7,000 a head. 7,000
And
EB
the
a head.
what left the people in charge of these cattle with that much money alive?
I would say so.
Why?
That I couldn't tell you.
Human perception.
Okay.
Oh, it's not good. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad, but it's not good. That's 12.
You are human perceiving Curly, who is an old weathered cowboy. And at this point, he just seems like he's lost everything. And you don't think that he has any ulterior motives or any more information than you do at this point. He is trying to salvage what little he can still salvage.
Okay.
And not
Flies
ask
line
questions.
still seems like that's sus that you don't know why they would, since you've been doing this like your whole life. But you don't give a shit at this point, and I get that. I think is what his final thought process is. He's just like, all right.
I know a shortcut that can get us there faster. And it'll probably be safer. Typically, we go over the ridge because it's a better view looking down into the valley. And then we just go straight out the high plains past the book cliffs to get to our destination. But there is an old mining tunnel that goes through. It'll save us probably 4 hours in distance. Not scenic.
Oh, I so vote Ridge.
The ridge would be better because we couldn't possibly get bottlenecked, but it depends on how quickly we're trying to get where we're getting.
Well, I don't think Bloodface and I are in a rush.
Nope. I'm in it for the fucking experience. Let's do the ridge.
I don't like the concept of being stuck in a cave. I vote Ridge also.
All right then. Sounds like that's our plan going forward.
Honestly, that was Flatline's thought of mind collapse. Nah, I'd rather be out in the open. Thanks.
It's a fair assumption.
They'll gather his things and.
As you're finishing gathering your things, Jesse has their group together. Well, I'll see you folks next time. Thanks for coming out.
Flatline gives a wave.
And they start to head off to the north as you guys are heading to the south.
Mhm.
And that is where we're going to end for tonight. The two parts separating. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys are having fun playing my game. And I hope the viewers are having fun listening to my game. I know it's not your normal cyberpunk setting, but just wanted to tell a little bit different of a story.
That's what makes it fun, though. It's
Yeah.
not your typical cyberpunk.
Right. You guys have a great night. We'll see you next week with the hopefully exciting conclusion of my story. And because Blank has told me I get 3 weeks of this before we start Shades of Scarlet, I have to end it next week no matter what. So expect an ending. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.